Make sure that before you watch this video, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share. Let's get started. Hello Mzansi, welcome to Chakani Updates YouTube channel. Today, we are busy with paper 2 for chapter called Bank Reconciliation Statement. So make sure that wherever you are with a pen, a paper and a calculator. My name is Teddy T and I'm here for accounting grade 12. First of all, I have to remind you that this is paper 2 and I want us to go through bank reconciliation. So we need to go through bank reconciliation, and this bank reconciliation, students, is one of the chapters from paper 2. And from my experience, this chapter in paper 2 have weight than other chapters in paper 2, right? So meaning that it's a must for a student to go in knowing everything on the reconciliation, right? And you need to know that we have different types of what? Of reconciliation. Under reconciliation, we have creditors what? Reconciliation. We have bank reconciliation. We have debtors reconciliation. But today, I want us to go through bank reconciliation. And students, what matters on the bank reconciliation is only one thing. You need to understand the content of this chapter before we go to the question papers. You need to understand what's happening on the reconciliation, on the bank reconciliations. First of all, I want to remind you that I'm sure that everyone understands the word reconciliation, right? Mm-hmm. And word reconciliation means that it's more than one person reconciling to each other, where you accept your mistake and you are willing to what? To rectify, right? Yeah. So now, all the time when we do the reconciliations in accounting, we need to make sure that we understand who are the people who are reconciling in the process, right? Yeah. So in this bank reconciliation, we are talking about who? We are talking about the bank and what? And the business. Meaning that the bank and the business, remember each and every business, when it started, it need to have a bank account, right? Yeah. So meaning that when we are busy using the money in the bank, buying, receiving, and etc., we might make mistakes. The bank can also make what? Mistakes. So meaning that we need to sit down and check between the two who made the mistakes, and we must also have a will to rectify the what? The mistakes. So now, remember, we have two parts: bank and what? And business. Ourselves, we always call ourselves what? Business. And then now we are doing the with other people, which called who? Bank. You are following, right? Yeah. So now, before we explain more, I want you to know who prepare what in the reconciliation, right? Yeah. Who prepare what? And where did this person will make a mistake? Remember, if I'm teaching on the whiteboard here and I make a mistake, where am I going to rectify the mistake? On the whiteboard. But if it's you making a mistake, where are you going to rectify the mistake? On your book, right? Yeah. So now, you need to understand bank prepare what and business prepare what, right? Yeah. So meaning that the first aspect that we have is to understand what banks prepare and what business what? Prepares. So the bank have responsibility to prepare one thing. Bank statements. We are all together, right? Yeah. Meaning that the only responsibility of the bank, when you are busy offering service to your business, they will only prepare the bank statement for you, right? Yeah. And then we come to the business now. The business will be responsible for cash journals. These cash journals we are referring to what? CRJ, CPJ. You know that CRJ means receiving money and CPJ is when the money is going out from the business, right? Yeah. All the payments, spending. It's recorded on the book called what? CPJ. But if we receive money, any income, come to the what? To the CRJ. And the other thing, the bank will also prepare what we call BRS. So now it comes to a question that who prepared the BRS? The what? The business. Why we prepare the BRS? Remember, the BRS we are preparing to correct who? To correct the bank. So means that the BRS is prepared by the business as to correct who? The bank. We want to correct the bank for what? For the mistake made on the what? On the bank statement. Are you all following? This simply means that all mistake made by the bank, important, all mistakes made by the bank must be what? Must be corrected where? Corrected on BRS. Are you following? So that all the time when you read the transaction, you need to understand who made what? The mistakes. So if a mistake is made by the bank on the bank statement, because the bank prepared the what? The bank statement. Where are we going to tell the bank you made the mistake on the bank statement? We are going to use the what? A BRS. Who prepared the BRS? The business. To do what? To correct the bank. Are we all together? And this simply means that, remember now we know that if the bank made a mistake, we must correct the bank where, right? Yeah. So now we need to know, if now it's a business, us, who make a mistake, where are we going to rectify that mistake, right? So we know that all mistakes, mistakes made by businesses we are referring to ourselves, right? Yeah. Businesses must be what? Must be corrected. Must be corrected on journals. On journals or on the bank what? Bank account. Are we all together? Yeah. So means that if we are the one who made a mistake, we are going to rectify the mistake when? On the journals or what? On the bank account. The bank account is the same as the journals. You are aware of that, right? Yeah. Because the bank account is an asset. It represents the debit and what? And credit. On its debit, it's where the money comes in. CRJ, right? Yeah. On the credit of the bank account represents what? The CPJ. Money going out. So this rule is very much important. Because when we read the information, we must be able to identify who made the mistake between the two, right? Yeah. Once you are able to say, no, the person who made the mistake is the bank, you know where to rectify that. No, I must prepare the BRS. A BRS is like a call to the bank that, no, you made a mistake on my bank statement. I didn't pay a supplier on the 14th, but you indicated that I paid on the what? On the 14th. Rectify these mistakes. We are all together, right? Yeah. And remember, I was still talking about the issue of what business prepare and what bank what prepare. On top of that, I have added what? Where to rectify the mistakes. If the bank made a mistake, we rectify where. If the business made a mistake, we rectify where. Are we all together? And the other thing that you need to be aware, there will be what we call PBRS. P stands for previous, BRS. We are all together. PBRS stands for what? Previous what? BRS. So here, remember, the BRS is always prepared every month, right? Yeah. So meaning that when you are preparing the BRS for this month as May, you need also to refer the mistake made on the previous month, right? April, right? Mm-hmm. So meaning that if you tell me that, sir, we have given you a memorandum to provide this and this and this, and then I give you a feedback, you need to compare what you gave me to address on, right? Mm-hmm. And the feedback that I gave you. So meaning that when you are checking your comparing that, say, there was a request number 2. You didn't respond on the request number 2. Are you following what I'm trying to say? So meaning that when we are busy preparing the BRS for the current month, we might need also what was the mistake made by the bank previous month, right? So that we see if this current bank statement has rectified the previous what? Mistakes. Are we all together? And more important, I want you to, when you read the question on the transactions, ask yourself a question. Who made what? Mistake. We know if it's the bank, it's a BRS, right? If the mistake was made on the, what about if the mistake is made on the previous BRS? Where are we going to rectify the mistake?
The current BRS.
No, who prepared the BRS?
The business.
If last month we made a mistake correcting someone, but we made a mistake correcting the person, where are we going to correct that mistake? Alright. The point is to understand if the business made a mistake, where to rectify that business, where to rectify the bank, right? We rectify the bank where? On the BRS, right? If the mistake was made by who? By the bank. Where the bank will make a mistake? The bank will make a mistake where? Where are we going to identify that the bank has made a mistake? On the what? On the bank statement, right? Mean that everything that is wrong on the bank statement, it means that is the mistake made by who? By the bank, right?
Yeah.
Where are we going to rectify the bank? On the BRS. You are fine with that, right?
Yeah.
Then we come here. We say the business is going to prepare the questionnaires, right? Money in, money out. And we are also going to prepare the BRS to correct who? The bank. Right? And then, if any mistake is made on the BRS, the previous BRS, for example, right? Where are we going to who made the mistake actually?
The business.
Because it's the one that prepared the what? The BRS. Are you all following? So the BRS is prepared by the business. If there's a mistake on the BRS, it's the business. And any mistake, all mistake made by the business must be corrected where? On the journals. Meaning that if we made a mistake when we are preparing the BRS, we need to come back and rectify where? On the journals or on the bank what? Account. Are you following on that? So this is what you need to understand. That this is important. We read the transaction. You need to ask yourself, who made the mistake? Is the bank, the business? Is the BRS, previous BRS wrong? If it's wrong, the business is wrong, right? So let's go to this example. I'm sure now we have a taste